I decided to take a little bit of a break and focus on a little bit of the aesthetics or whatever. So I'll just put it in the floor pattern or whatever. You know what I'm saying? For this section of the base, this is the start of it. You know, it's meant to encompass every section of the base or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I started here first. You know what I'm saying? Set up the schematic cannon and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Ended up actually making another schematic cannon because I forgot that I already had one. Well, not forgot I couldn't find it or whatever, but I had it in the shulker box sitting right here or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm about to leave my other shulker box, and I just made another one. Yeah, but in the process of printing this up, it has to print the concrete first before it prints the glass. So in the middle of doing all that, while it was printing or whatever, of course there's no glass there, so there's a one block gap in between here, and spiders were spawning all in here, which I really wasn't concerned about. So I just started making like an outline of this entire section. You know what I'm saying? Because this whole floor was this right here, the polished deep slate or whatever. So I started cutting the outline or whatever, and breaking up the flooring. And I forgot. You know what I'm saying? So there's concrete here with no glass on top of it, and like a million mobs all spawned in this one area or whatever, including creepers and endermen and everything else and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And they were trying to get to me, but they couldn't get to me. So I ended up just flying back here and sitting on top of this structure, and then going down a little bit further because once you put 128 blocks between you and the mob, they despawn because your personal radius is 128 blocks. Anything outside of that despawns. So that's how I was able to get rid of most of all the mobs. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, this design is designed in a way where as all my builds are to be completely mob proof. You know what I'm saying? Mobs can't spawn on glass or bottom slabs. You know what I'm saying? Bottom slab is a slab block that's in the bottom half of main block. If it was a top slab, then they'll be spawning all over the place. So I make sure I design everything like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why you see these brackets and stuff like that on most of my builds or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's basically mob proofing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have to spam lights and torches all over the place. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I usually build or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I got these little illumination panels down here, but that's only so I can have a little bit of light down here so I can see everything down here. But even if these lights weren't here, then nothing will be able to spawn for the most part down here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so I like the design, I like the pattern or whatever. You know, it's something that I've been meaning to do for a long time, ever since like 2 to 3 packs ago. You know, so I had this design for a long time, ever since basically 112. I designed one of my bond packs that I published with this actual floor design right here, and I always wanted to use it for a base, and I never did. You know what I'm saying? This is an extension of that pattern because the main pattern was this right here. So yeah, I got everything in. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just trying to extend it, and I'm probably gonna make a portable schematic cannon. You know what I'm saying? I'm just build a vault up for that. I do have it right here somewhere. That was my original schematic cannon. That's the secondary one I built, but I got 64 vault blocks or whatever. That's to make the vault multi-block, and I'm gonna stick all my colors and everything inside of there and attach the schematic cannon to it and make it a minecart contraption so I can make it portable. I can put it in my pocket, and even the storage and everything else. I don't have to worry about any of that, and just come here and get the colors and then constantly move it because uh, this is gonna take up a large area. You know what I'm saying? So this entire section is 8 by 8 chunks. You know what I'm saying? So by my calculations, this is 3 chunks, so I can get a secondary one right here, and then stripe it down there, and then get 2 more over there in the ends, and then I'm gonna have a 2 block gap in the middle. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the 2 block gap. I was thinking about filling it in with something or just leaving it blank and empty, and I might just leave it blank and empty. You know, everything outside of that is when I get done with the flooring, changing the wood bracket out, and maybe doing a half pipe around my entire base. I don't want to cover the top though because I have a lot of solar panels and they need access to the sky or whatever. And that's in the future, all future plans and stuff like that. Just putting this floor pattern in across my entire base is gonna take a minute because I'm only in this section right here, and I still have all of this to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, each one of these squares represents 8 chunks. You know what I'm saying? So that's 128 blocks in each one of those squares. You each direction. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna take me a minute before I can even do all of this. But that's the reason why I let the concrete farm run for a long time or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So right now I have 183 K, just about of each color. You know what I'm saying? That one's empty. That's gray. This one. Gray is the only color I don't have because you can't actually produce that. It has to be black concrete, and it has to be black dye and white dye mixed together to make gray dye in order to do that. So that's the reason why I don't have gray. But I have all the rest of the colors. So that's all. That's 15 colors minus one. And it's been producing for a long time. This hasn't been running in a long time, but it's still here, whatever. So like I said, I like the pattern or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to actually extending it. I don't know how far I'm gonna actually go before I get back to actual progression or whatever. But I might just do this entire area right here just to see what it looks like. Just to see what one section would looks like. But like I said, first I'm gonna try to make this little minecart contraption or whatever, so I can actually make all my storage. So I can actually move the schematic cannon around easily. You know what I'm saying? And I need to go back and edit the floor design because I had to manually put in the brown concrete. This was gray terracotta. You know what I'm saying? Gray terracotta is right here. You know what I'm saying? Gray terracotta, not this one. Gray terracotta right here. Gray terracotta looks brown. You know what I'm saying? But it's supposed to be gray. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I incorporated it into the design or whatever. But I forgot that this was terracotta, and I'm not about to go and mass produce terracotta. You know what I'm saying? When I already got the concrete, so I'm switching everything out to brown. It doesn't look that bad. That was the original color. You know what I'm saying? All kind of meshes together or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, but I need to go back and edit the floor design or whatever for that. You know what I'm saying? It just because right here it's supposed to be brown too, but it looks fine empty the way it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just leave it or whatever, and gonna try to get it popping.